Bing boing bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Hey guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I'm Toddy One Skip. How you doing? Welcome to Sunday. We're gonna start church in about an hour and a half on this channel, guys. So we're gonna be here for that. Check that out on my live. It should come up, guys. So anybody that can reach out to Aggressive Defiance, I would love to do a live stream with him. I think he and I would have a blast. I think we share a lot of the same views and opinions, and we're coming from it. Maybe two different directions, maybe the same direction, but I really think that he and I would have a blast on a live stream, and I would love to do that. So anybody that could reach out to him, toddy1skip@gmail.com is my email address if he's interested in talking and doing a live stream with me. I've been watching him a lot, and I like his channel and such, and I see that he's going back and talking about things as well. I also had gotten some response to a video that I made referencing Kathy's channel, Deep Soul, Curious Deep Soul. This is so not intentional. I'm sorry. You know, there's an album that I like, and this is where it comes from. It's called Deep Soul Diver, and that's what keeps coming to my mind. It's by a group of sisters, I think it is. You can look it up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I got some response to things, and then I got this email telling me that I shouldn't be propping up other channels, and I need to sit and sing with Patrick. What guys, seriously, I don't mind anybody coming at me and saying, "Hey Toddy, would you do this?" Or "Hey Toddy, would you consider doing this?" Or "Hey Toddy, here's a new story to do this." But to give me my schedule and tell me what I should be doing, I have no interest in that. At 62 years old, I have no interest in that. I started this channel on gut and on integrity, and I'm going with it the same way. I am not going to follow things that my heart is not in. I am not going to say things to appease certain people. That's not it. I'm getting older. My memory is not going to be always as great as it once was. I'm going to continue telling the truth, because if I don't, or I'm dishonest about anything, I'm not going to remember it. So those people with good intentions, I love you and I thank you. The ones that have been supportive, thank you. I appreciate it. The ones that are critical, that's okay. You can be critical and we can debate. The ones with the blanket statements or think that you know what's best for me than other people, you need to leave the channel, because I'm not interested. That's not the way you approach somebody. "Hey, can you stop doing this? I don't like it." Okay, don't like the channel. I'm not going to change for you. Obviously, the majority of people, along with me, like what I'm doing. So, and if you don't like a channel, somebody doesn't like a channel that I give reference to or that I give credit to, you don't have to say anything. I think it's hurtful to say something because that person might be in my comments. If you don't maybe like the way their presentation is, but you like the information, is it at all possible to separate one from the other? Anyway, enough of that. I want to work with Aggressive Defiance because I think he and I would have fun. So, listen, I have honestly sent a message to Patrick, and I told him that I thought it would be in his best interest to give the Whittakers their money and to show you guys that he gave them their money. I think it's going to benefit him more, to be honest with you, because it will put him in public opinion will be better. And it's not his money. It's not his money. And I honestly think at this point, he is so fed up that if the Whittakers needed something, he is so hurt that it might take some walls to get through. Maybe not. I don't know Patrick, except the few times that we exchanged conversation, and that was it. I don't know him. I just have a gut feeling. And my gut feeling hasn't changed. I want to be clear about that. My gut feeling hasn't changed. I still feel Patrick went in there with the intention of doing exactly what he said he was going to do. There's a video somebody sent me that originally that goes into Patrick talking to the Whittakers about how they were going to have a GoFundMe and it's only going to be used for things that they want and they need and such. I couldn't find the date on if that was before Eric or if it was after Eric. I just couldn't find the date. But somebody did send me that video. And the only problem I have with that video is it doesn't exactly say, hey, listen, I want groceries. Oh, okay, Betty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make a video with Timmy to get the groceries. Maybe that's how it all started. And then he said, okay, well, now we're going to get a GoFundMe and it'll be for anything you guys need. And so that conversation takes place and everybody seems cool about that. However, listen.
How you?
All right. Well, listen. So this morning I started a GoFundMe for you guys. And I know that Mark had a GoFundMe for you guys also. And I also know that with him having that GoFundMe, that money that people donated to you guys to try to help you out, I know that it was misused.
Yeah.
And it was misrepresented. I know that a lot of the money that were sent to you guys, some of the money was spent for dope from your daughter
Yeah.
buying dope. People work hard every day for the money that they get, and they're not going to send money to their own kids for dope, let alone send it to strangers. So I mean, this is how this has got to go. So if you guys need you need clothes, it's for clothes, it's for toiletries, it's if you need a new washer and dryer, if you need a refrigerator, you need you just need stuff, you know what I mean? Necessities, all that kind of stuff. That's the point here that we're trying to accomplish.
Everybody's kind of divided, everybody is upset, and the part that we all seem to be united by is we all want what's best for the Whittakers. We all think that this has been treated unfairly. That's what we all think, okay? We all want what's best for them. And we want the people that are responsible for it, for what's happened here, punished. Here's where we have a problem. We don't know exactly who's responsible for it. To me, it looks like Eric caused this. I don't know how guilty BJ is or if she was just used as a scapegoat. That's really speculation, isn't it? She got picked up for the copper wiring. So we know that. She herself has told us that she's had a drug problem. But in the last video with Brian Cody, she looked pretty sober to me. And she looked like she had gained weight. She wasn't near as gaunt as she was in Mark's video. So there's a lot of stuff that's speculation. And I think BJ is responsible for things, but not everything that's been thrown on her. No. Eric looked us in the face and said, Larry does not do drugs. But then he said that Larry does do drugs. He also said Patrick doesn't do drugs, but then he brings up these pills that make us believe that they were maybe illicit, maybe certainly prescribed, but you see what I'm saying? We don't know what we don't know. And because we don't like holes or vacancies, except in Swiss cheese, we try to fill them with what we think happens, what makes sense to us. And this is where the subscribers get involved because everybody has an opinion. And if your opinion is different than my opinion or an opinion of a content creator whose video that I'm sharing, it's a problem. Okay, it's an opinion. A lot of us don't know if the Whittakers are better off where they are or if they're not. Aggressive defiance, I totally agree with them. Why take them now? They're 70 years old. I think the youngest one is 46, right? Uh, and Lorraine is older. Lorraine is the oldest one. And I think Ray is 76 already. So these are people approaching 80 years old. Why take them now? Why should this be the end of their life? Why should somebody, what's going to happen here is Betty's going to end up having a heart attack, God forbid. And that's going to be that. Now, imagine taking care of your family. Imagine taking care of your family for so long to have somebody come in and decide for you. You don't get to do that anymore. And not only don't you get to do that anymore, you don't get to see them anymore. Now, we don't know the whole story, but a lot of us are responsible for what happened. Some of us made phone calls because Eric gave us a story and we acted on that story. I didn't make any phone calls or anything, but and I'm not blaming the ones that did, because if you thought you were doing the right thing, you thought you were doing the right thing. But here's the thing. Unless it's an absolute life or death situation, maybe sit on it and think about it. But see, again, we're running to yelling at people, calling people names, deciding what's right for each other. This is how this happened. This is how this happened. Somebody decided what was best for this family. This family wasn't hurting anybody. People were going to the family. All because of something that they had nothing to do or anything that caused it themselves, but because they were a unique family. And that's what they're paying for now. So this is why I would love to go on with aggressive defiance. I agree. I want to see these people get paid. I don't care what they do with the money. I just want to see them get paid. That's what I want to see. I want to see Eric pay this family. I want to see Patrick pay this family. And I hope and I pray that they can spend Thanksgiving together. I hope and I pray that they could visit each other and see each other. And that at the very, very least, the separation between the family members is gone. Whether they can come back and they can all live together or not, they should be able to visit their family. And that's what I would like to see. And if there's something that I can help in getting that to happen, it has nothing to do with money. If there's something we could write to the state about, please consider allowing this family to see each other. But we don't know what we don't know. That's what I would like to see. Can we get the family together for Thanksgiving? Can they please have Thanksgiving together in the facility? Anything that I can help in that direction, that's something I would be willing to do. I'd be willing to do. I'd be willing if we needed to have a little fundraiser or something for turkey and the dinner, if and perhaps if we had to get for the whole facility and it was a couple $1,000, maybe that's something we can get together for everybody. I don't know, but I'd be willing to try to do that. I'd be willing to try to do that with other content creators that would want to do that, if that's at all possible, and people would see that the money was going straight to the facility and they would get the food and stuff for everybody. And then, the Whittakers that aren't with them maybe could go to them. I don't know. I don't know. You know, really be something. And I haven't spoken to Ernie. I'm just thinking about this now. I know Ernie wants to give the guitar to Timmy. It would be something maybe if Ernie's band could maybe go and perform even there for the facility on Thanksgiving. Of course, I haven't spoken to Ernie. I'm just thinking, but what if we think that way? What if we think in the direction of, look, how can we get them together for the holidays? How can we, at least get them visiting? How can we help in that? Because I think some of us helped in this. So how can we help them? Guys, tell me what you think. Any ideas? Okay. But let's be positive. If this isn't what you want, if this is, then please just don't mention it, because this is only about getting ideas as far as, perhaps getting them together, who we can get in touch with. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't have the time, but excuse me, I'd make the phone call if you told me who to call. All right, guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. This is the Whittaker story. Let's try to make it better for them. Guys, take care. Thank you. Bing, boing, bing. Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip.